So I want to do another kind of deeper dive into broadcast messages because it's really how to organize this is getting really tricky for everyone. So I'm not going to do the project. I'm going to do one in isolation so that you can make it work in the project and get really good at this. Particularly because when you're starting to do your final projects, which will be in January, February sometime, you're going to start doing some pretty complicated stuff, and broadcast messages are going to be a big part of your life. Telling other sprites what to do. So right now I have a blank background, and I have a blank sprite with no code, and that's all I have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some information to this to kind of say, okay, let's have a little bit of fun with this. So I'm going to pull in Beach Rio. We're going to pull in that nice beach scene, and that'll be where we'll start. And instead of going to Beach Rio to start, I'm actually going to start this whole thing in backdrop one. And that's going to be one of the, and I'm going to actually call it start. So to keep track of it, I'm calling this my starting background. And that's one of the things I'm going to do. Mine is going to start right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my, at the green flag, I'm going to pull in my green flag piece, and I'm going to have the cat say, gee, I wish I was at the beach. And I'm going to have him say, gee, I wish I was at the beach. And to make the beach happen, I'm going to have a broadcast message. Sorry, where is that broadcast event? Right here, right? I'm going to broadcast message one, and I'm going to add a message. I'm going to say new message. I'm going to say go to beach, right? I'm going to actually add the message, go to beach, all right? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have the backdrop listening. And at the beginning, I actually want the backdrop, see I'm over in backdrops over here, right? And I want the backdrop to be start. I want it to be blank. I don't want anything on it. I'm switching the backdrop to backdrop one. Gee, I wish I was at the beach. And then remember, I've got him saying broadcast go to beach. I'm going to actually start the go to beach broadcast here. I'm going to say when I receive, see this, when I receive go to beach, I'm going to switch backdrop to, sorry, Beach Rio. So now, even though the cat is saying, I want to go to the beach, I'm going to actually have the backdrop do the changing. So, gee, I wish it was at the beach. Poof, and the beach happens. Now, this is where I want my crab to come in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the crab sprite. So what if I go ahead and choose a sprite and I'm going to type in crab. There we go, there's the crab. So I've added the crab. Now, I'm going to have the crab, and I think we know this, when I receive go to beach, the crab is going to show. So let's see. I'm going to put him in a place that makes sense. So we're starting this. Wait a second. I only want the crab to show on the beach. Not so crazy about that. So I'm going to put in an event handler that says when the green flag is clicked, the crab is going to hide. So now, gee, I wish I was at the beach. And he can come in there. As a matter of fact, I can have a little bit of fun. I can have, when I receive go to the beach, I can click show. I can actually have him make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to change size, set size to, say 50%. So I'll have him shrink. And I'm going to click show, and I'm going to have him start right here in this corner. And you see, it's telling me I'm going to have it go to motion, go to 197, negative 185, 197, negative 185. Those two match, right? It's going to go to that spot, set size to 50%, show, and then I'm going to have him glide for 2 seconds. I'll do a nice slow glide like this, and I'll have him glide to negative 13, negative 105, negative 13, -105, and he's going to be smaller. Let's see what happens here. Gee, I wish it was at the beach. And now he comes in. Now, he glides for 2 seconds, doesn't he, right? Wouldn't it be funny if the cat had a reaction to that? So when I'm going to go back to the cat, and the cat's going to broadcast the message, go to beach, the cat's also going to receive the go to beach message. So when I receive go to beach, I'm actually going to wait. So I'm going to have it wait. And how long is it going to wait? It's going to wait for 2 seconds. Why 2 seconds? Because my crab is actually waiting 2 seconds. And so I'm going to have to wait 2 seconds. And then I'm going to say, look, caps lock, look out. So it looks like he's screaming. Crab, because crabs bite. And so I can actually have the crab come in. And so what'll happen is, now I'll say from the beginning, gee, I wish I was at the beach. And they go to the beach and in comes the crab. Look out, a crab. And I'm using my own, when I receive message, broadcast messages on the cat, and I'm using it on the crab, and I'm using it on the backdrop. So broadcast messages, you can have one sprite broadcast. The only one who's broadcasting is the cat. But the cat can listen to the broadcast, the crab can listen to the broadcast, and the background can listen to the broadcast. You can have them all go around and do all of that so they can all work with that same information. I hope that helps. I'm going to add this to the assignment. Watch it. If you get confused, I should not see characters switching. Broadcast messages should do all the switching in this. All the changes happen because of broadcast messages, not because you had things switching by other means. Only broadcast messages. I hope that helps.